and Namaskar. I am Pallavi from Talent Battle, and today we are going to talk about something really important if you really want to understand and learn the language. That is subject verb agreement. Let's understand what exactly this is and why is it important. Let's get started. So, subject verb agreement are basic rules of English language. These are the rules that are really important for you to know if you want to construct sentences in English. There are 10 rules, so be patient and also listen carefully to these rules. First, the number of the subject is not changed by words that come in between the subject and the verb. Very simple. Imagine that there are 3-4 boxes in front of you, and you say that in one of the boxes, my present is there or my gift is there. Now, even if there are 3-4 boxes in front of you, still you are talking about only that one box which contains your present. Hence, the verb will not be plural, but it will be singular. So, in one of the boxes, there is my present. So, we have used is here because we are not talking about boxes, but we're talking about that one box which contains your present. One of the boxes is open. So there are 10 boxes in front of you, and among those 10 boxes, one box is open. So we are talking about that particular box. Hence, we are using helping verb or the verb is. Some subjects always take a singular verb even though the meaning may seem plural. So everyone in the game was surprised. Everyone, if you say word everyone, you can understand there are 500 people in front of you. But here we are talking about individual 500 people. And hence it was in the sentence, we are not using were, but we are using was. Third rule, the following words may be singular or plural depending upon their use in the tense. Some, any, all, most. Most of the news is good. Now, news is a tricky word. Even if there are 10 news, still it's news. And if there's one news, still it's news. So let's imagine, and in this sentence, we are talking about one news. Hence, it is singular and we are using most of the news is good. Most of the flowers were yellow. So there are 15-20 flowers in front of you. Among them, most of them were yellow. So we are not exactly counting them, but we are trying to tell that among them, majority was of yellow. So most, here most is used in plural form. Hence the verb used is were. Next rule, subject joined by and are plural, but subject joined by or nor take a verb that agrees with the last subject. I'll tell you what. Apple and orange are good for health. Now here we're talking about both of them, and hence that is plural, more than one, and hence we are using are and nor is. So words or sentences, words basically which are joined by and, we say it as plural. Subjects joined by or nor take a verb that agrees with the last subject. So if we are talking about, I'll give you an example. Lily nor Gia is leaving for London. So we are talking about either one of them, or we are talking about ye bhi nahi, wo bhi nahi. Lily nor Gia is leaving for London. If we were talking about both together, then we will use are. But here we are talking about individual, hence we are using is. Next rule, nouns such as civics, mathematics, dollars and news require singular verbs. Even if there is s at the end, it is not plural, it is singular. Next rule, the subject and verb must agree in number. Both must be singular, both must be plural. So if we are saying, if you're talking about a car, it's singular, right? So stay, right? The car was in the garage. It will not be the car were in the garage, because car is singular, so the verb will also be singular. They did not play football, or if it is in the continuous tense, they were not playing football. Here we're talking about 3-4 people, and hence we'll be saying they. Next rule, there and here are never subjects. They are demonstrative pronouns. There is a mountain, here is a girl, right? So you're pointing towards them. So they are not subjects, they are demonstrative pronouns. There were 5 books on the shelf. So there were because it agrees with the subject. Collective nouns may be singular or plural depending on their use in the sentence. Okay, so if you're talking about orchestra as a whole, that means we're talking about one group. So we'll say the orchestra is playing a hit song. Here is will be there because we're talking about a group. But if we talk about individual member of orchestra, then we'll use are. Like in the next sentence, the orchestra were asked to give their musical backgrounds, or the orchestra are asked to give their musical backgrounds, because here we're talking about individual members of orchestra. Next, some nouns, while plural in form, are actually singular in meaning. Mathematics, even if it sounds like plural, it is singular. Mathematics is an easy subject for some people, not our easy subject for some people. And the last one, doesn't is a contraction of does not and should be used only when it's a singular subject. Don't is a contraction of do not and should be used only with the plural subject. She does not cry in the exam. They do not submit their journals, right? So these are 10 rules that you really need to know if you want to learn English language and ace it. So make sure that you see this whole video and understand all the rules and start implementing them while speaking. Meet you in the next video. Until then, thank you.